Hello there everyone and welcome back. We got ourselves a battle barge finally there in the Guardian of Purity. And while I'm still a bit of renown away before it can get it fully slotted and ready for battle, it is going to be a fearsome ship without a doubt. And damn it, my voice is breaking up for some reason there as I was saying that. Nonetheless, I am excited to field this thing, actually be able to just charge in there recklessly and destroy everything that gets close enough to those, what is it, bombardment cannons. I was going to call them siege cannons, which technically they are, I guess. Considering on the raw damage and the critical chance of them, they could be considered siege cannons, but, oh, I'm so excited. I may still have to wait a match or two, possibly, before I get with its latest equipment there, because without a micro warp jump, I don't think I want to field this thing just yet. But we'll see what opportunity presents us now. Before we could fight against anything. I'm still dreading the confrontation with the Eldar though, which could be any time now. Let's see, War Thunder 88? What are you this day? You are going to be Chaos? And this is going to be interesting because assassination defense mission. So he can so easily chip me down with lances, especially with him deploying the middle field. This feels really awkward, especially with like a handful of my ships not available. So I have a few options available to me here. I could go to Battle Barge because micro warp jump is not really a concern here because I'd rather save that for the actual warp out attempt. Because I got my key upgrades as is. And then have these strike cruisers support it, which takes up the exact 600 points. But we are really vulnerable to chaos if he does harass me. We will see. Or I could go with smaller ships, just outrun him. Well, it's hard to really say. This feels awkward though, because with a battle barge he could easily keep a pace with me, even with his battleship. I think at least the Desolator or whichever the Lance battleship is faster than the battle barge, so he can get the ideal position if he's good about it. This is probably a mistake, but missing out on a strike cruiser because it's heavily damaged, and a vanguard, which I still need to figure out how to field the strike cruisers and vanguards together, because that would open up a lot of possibilities to my fleet comp. As it stands now, it's a little bit questionable, but I like to get in his face because he does have the range advantage. Oh, never mind. This looks like a perfect spot to block damage, at least, if I can position my battle barge and strike cruisers effectively. If I can somehow bait him in close and then just pounce him, hopefully I could do enough damage to justify getting his face. Otherwise, this could be an easy level up for my battle barge. It's not going to help my renown problem I'm having, because as soon as I get out of this battle as a victory, I have to pay 400 renown to get its actual upgrade now. So I'll be back to square one primarily. Nonetheless, let's see what we can do, because he's predictably spawned in the middle, or deployed in the middle there, so I can use this structure to good effect. Do I really want to stay here though? It's the best alternative for now. It'll encourage him to get in close.
Moving to position.
Or at the very least, it will definitely deflect a good amount of that damage, because he's not going to be able to hit with everything. It's just a question of what I want to do with these strike cruisers. They shouldn't have to be that close, right? At the same time, I want them to stay close so that way the Stormhawks can also protect for them against the bombers.
Tactical maneuver engaged.
So, we will see. Torpedoes are still an option. Not much of an option considering the number of fighters he has, but they're still an option. So, can I get some damage in on these? This should potentially hit, unless he dives straight for torpedoes. He would be narrow enough to block or dodge them completely with a little bit of fighters. Nope, he's turning. He's doing a hard turn. This looks good. Let's cripple the weaponry.
Marines ready.
At the very least, force a repair.
Repositioning.
I'm doing good on renown there, but if it's at all possible, if an opportunity presents itself, I would like to try and cripple a couple of his ships. It's for the extra bit of renown. We will see. The boarding attempts were good. I shot down a handful of the fighters. Stormhawks did well. Now, just shoot down these other fighters. Actually, let me refresh the Stormhawks, although I could have gotten away with waiting until those fighters were dealt with. And let's see, do I... Oh, he's just gonna try and break my shields immediately. That's fine. I'm gonna get out of that, no problem. Just gotta make sure I don't ram myself. Well, there goes the shield of my strike cruiser, not intended by any means. But we're out of the bomb. Shields have held it nicely, very nicely. Now I just gotta focus something down. Let's get rid of some of this damage, or at least cripple some of the weaponry again. He's got a lot of cruisers and light cruisers, so he is definitely the same level as me. I'm not seeing a battle cruiser though. Ooh, and that's gotta hurt. If he wants to ram me, be my guest. I think that's helping me more than it's helping him, let's be fair. And I just did a recharge, which probably is not ideal. But those torpedoes definitely are. Oh, and I missed an opportunity to just torpedo him as well. I was aiming for his other Hellbringer, which is promptly dead. If he can't repair that, he is straight up dead. And while I said I would like to try and get kills here, I shouldn't want to play with my food too much. Because this thing still needs to live, and it's not being protected just yet by these fighters. And yeah, the right side of the macro batteries are also down, so let's get some distance. Let's kill ourselves. Actually, let me just get these things behind the strike cruiser. The initial series worked well though. Can I torpedo? Yes, I can. Should I torpedo again? Nope, I think that's dead. I just wasted the Stormhawks, the Thunderhawks for nothing. Alright. So he's gonna micro warp jump into me? Fine. You do that. You're helping me big time, because now, guess what's in range of my bombardment cannons? Only the one ship that's in my way. Although it is getting real... Oh, I got supercharged void shields. That's perfectly fine. I can get away with that. And now I can abuse my weight some. I don't think I'm going to shoot down the bombers very well though, so... Let's see... Oh, I can't warp out anyway because the dang... It's out of bounds, so... Let's kill some weapons, because I have been neglecting these things, and they can kill the Battle Barge if I don't cripple some of the weaponry.
Show us the enemy.
So, supercharged void shield... Oh, no. Not supercharged, but the recharge, nonetheless. And see if we could kill another cruiser. Because the shields are up there at least, so that's going to negate a lot of damage. Brace for impact is up to also absorb damage. I think we're good. And he's just going to go for the ramming kill. That was almost a complete flawless victory. The only thing that would probably make it flawless would be actually destroying his entire fleet and not getting the battle barge crippled, heavily damaged. That was well fought. The structure did its job to get him in nice and close. Although, I think he would have gotten in point blank range anyway, because I think a Devastation was that the cruiser he had is one of the close range variant. I know the Slaughter is one, maybe the Devastation is also another one. I'm trying to figure out his mindset there. Why he got so aggressive and so close. Because that's a lot of experience he just lost, and guess what I got? Experience on everything, which includes the Battle Barge. Well, I was expecting to do it the boring way and just warp out as soon as my opportunity allowed it, but he gave me a window to charge in. I happily took it. And even then, I'm still short on renown for my first upgrade. And with that said, speaking of skills and upgrades, I have no clue what is going to be my fourth skill slot. I could do Stormhawks. It certainly has been working well for me. The only issue, of course, is the fact that it's only one Stormhawk squadron. It seems so weak when you compare it to like just a bunch of light cruisers and regular cruisers there. It seems pitiful in comparison. Only thing is, do I really need a recon beacon? It doesn't hurt considering 600 points apparently. I can only field like 2 strike cruisers. This is something I'm gonna have to experiment with. Just a little bit. Stormhawks definitely don't hurt, and extra beacons would be good for ships that are trying to run away from me to have the mobility advantage, because I'm not going to be able to chase effectively with a battle barge. Like Chaos can outrun me, Eldar definitely can outrun me, and extra beacons to spot them for like boarding torpedoes, if I live that long, would be useful. I'll leave myself open-minded for now. I'm thinking the recon beacon, but I'm okay with experimenting with the Stormhawks because I know those have been working well. I probably haven't been using them to their fullest potential, but being able to snipe down fighters without having to get within boarding range early on is pretty good. And by that I mean like point blank range there to have to deal with like torpedoes and like close range armor piercing rounds basically. It allows me to slowly shoot down fighters there without having to rely on point defense to do it for me. In theory anyway. Because I also have Thunderhawks for most of these ships that can also shoot them down while doing my boarding attempts. Nonetheless, this is really good. I'm happy with that run. I like to continue upgrading my servitors because cooldown reduction I feel is like probably the most versatile, maybe not the best upgrade considering like 3 bombardment cannons with a master gunner. You cannot overlook practically doubling your critical hit chance without even locking on. I think that would definitely be one of the crewmen I would upgrade later on without a doubt, but I love the versatility of the cooldown reduction. Ooh, and there's orcs. And he stole my army name. I'm pretty certain I made a level 1 orc fleet not too long ago that goes by the same name. Thief. I'm gonna have to take it out on him now. Ooh, and this is 250 points, so this could very well be a new character. Well, this is probably going to be a first for me there. I basically have decided to cut out that entire battle completely, mainly due to the fact there was way too much typing there, not enough dialogue to justify it, at least from my perspective. So, I do apologize for you missing out on that one match, but to give you a brief recap, it was a 250 point battle. I chose to field one of my strike cruisers and 2 hunters to go with it there. I unfortunately was a little bit distracted, as I said, from all the typing over dialogue, and I ended up staying too close to the mega cannons and promptly lost the strike cruiser. In the end, it was a loss, but mainly because I kind of gave up trying there, because the hunters actually destroyed 2 of his cruisers there, but of course, that was like the kind routine, not very exciting in multiple different fashions there, for me just kiting all day and just all the typing there, so unfortunately, the ship did not get its level in. I'm kind of contemplating just repairing it though, so that way I have my 3 strike cruisers available for like a 600 point battle, because I would love to continue to get their experience in. Nonetheless though, I still have this level 3 strike cruiser to kind of field up, so, or get its matches in, so maybe it's not as big as a loss as I'm thinking. It's just an awkward position I'm being put in with the 2 Thunderhawks over the torpedoes. The point value, as I come to find out, is the exact perfect match for a Battle Barge and 2 Mark II variants for a 600 point battle. For 300 points, or no, not 300 points, for 700 points when I eventually get to that, I could afford to field this Mark 1, but it's going to be a little bit awkward there, especially for 600 points. So if I get another one of those matches, I can only get a single Mark 2 variant. And I'll probably have to throw in a Vanguard or a couple of frigates to make up for what I'm missing out. But that was a little bit unfortunate. That was the first time for me I actually had to just cut out a match there, willy-nilly. Because it wasn't up to what I was liking. I wasn't happy with it ultimately. So, let's get another match in, hopefully correct that. It was looking promising for the Battle Barge, without a doubt, but I'm still lacking a renown I need. And there's 600 point battle again, cruiser clash. So what are we fighting? Killer Kotafel, Imperial Navy, 660 points. Ugh. So what does this tell me? Probably a level 8. The question is how high level would he be in that case? Do I straight up go with mobility? Because I don't have the raw firepower to straight up beat him. Actually, what can I field if I were to throw everything in? I get a crap ton of torpedoes without a doubt. And I would like to throw in this strike cruiser for the extra boarding attempts. There's options here. I have to be careful about close range engagements though. Especially with him possibly being a level 10 fleet, or all his ships being level 10, that is a high likeliness. A little bit uncomfortable with the number of cruisers I have. I'm just wondering what's a better alternative that I could think of. A couple frigates, a couple of hunters easily gives me the torpedoes I need, but then I lack the boarding potential for one cruiser. Well, that's easily made up for with this strike cruiser here, just gotta hang back some. I have no extended sense of range to justify more of a longer range engagement with boarding. I'm gonna go with this here. Worst case, if I'm out of my league, if it's a mismatch, or I'm just not well prepared for it, I could warp out and preserve the experience. Let's not try and lose an entire fleet of cruisers, though. That would kind of be ideal. I was partially contemplating going with the Battle Barge, because I could have gone with the 2 strike cruisers in a Battle Barge still, with the bonus points, but I don't know if I have the firepower to justify, especially lacking boarding torpedoes for my Battle Barge. So it's going to have a really hard time getting torpedoes off consistently. So that would be the main issue and concern I have there. And I do at the very least have one beacon to throw on a ship if I somehow were to take his shields down. Again, I don't have the firepower to actually do that, so at the very least it's probably going to be used for the nebula clouds to negate one of those. And let's see, 5 ships. One could very easily be a Widowmaker. So now begs the question, what do I aim for? Or do I fire my torpedoes in at all? Although he's going to notice the speed, so he's already going to know their vanguards.
Underway.
And let's see, he's got the emission dissipator there, and that is without a doubt a Widowmaker. I think that much is almost a certainty, so do I focus on shooting that down first, I wonder? Let's see, 2 cruisers there, he's got emission dissipators on all of them. On the plus side, I don't think these are overlords with the number of ships he has there. I want to say that's the case. And of course he's hiding in a nebula cloud. How cute. I thankfully have a beacon for that, but he's just going to move and then hide it again. That's a bit cute though. So without a doubt, I already knew that was a Widowmaker. No one's shocked by this prospect, right? I would hope no one's shocked.
At your command.
Now, can I just make this really awkward for him moving? Because killing this thing will help a lot. Because everything else is well out of range right now, so... He could have Novacans still and Dominators, but that would be awkward for him to just go half and half, maybe? It would be pretty potent considering all my ships only have 100 shields. So, did the torpedo hit is the big question, because it doesn't look like I'm going to deal with the Widowmaker anytime soon.
Space Marines ready.
Because he is cutting that effectively. I still have,
Hold course.
I do have means to shoot these things down at least.
Astartes vessel ready.
If not just dodge them completely.
Repositioning.
And I'm only seeing 2 salvos of torpedoes, so maybe he does have Nova cannons. Otherwise he would be firing more of these torpedoes right now, right?
Standard speed.
And of course, with all those point defense, even that one missile still got the hit off.
Tactical maneuver engaged.
Now, let's not hit a minefield, shall we?
Underway.
Okay, let's get our firing off. Ah, crap. I was half worried about that there, that they would get in an awkward position. So that was blunderous.
Halt advance.
Not a good start. But these torpedoes will probably force some movement out of him. He does have lances, so I take that back. He does have overlords of some kind.
Where we are needed. New vector
And he's just going for torpedo fire.
at your command.
So 600 points. How many of these are cruisers?
Show us the
Because
enemy.
he's clearly showing off at least one overlord here of some kind, considering the
Tactical maneuver
lances.
engaged.
So long as I protect that, that's fine.
Space Marines ready.
And as soon as I put a beacon on him, he's just going to run away. He's playing this kind of strategy without a doubt. So I don't think it's worth just beaconing, quite frankly. Even though it got hits on him. So decks need to die if he's going to play that
Space
game.
Marines ready.
Actually, let's target these 2 here.
I am listening.
Shoot down the deck of some kind.
Standard speed engaged.
And try and spread out this damage. Because so long as I'm at range, he's going to have poor accuracy hitting. And I got some amazing torpedo hits, so I got the damage to justify the strafing run. And I think, yeah, another torpedo at least.
Show us the enemy.
Now, how can I keep this going? Because he has to have the silent run available in a moment, right? Why the hell wouldn't he silent run?
Speed engaged.
Because he's going to, either that or he's planning on going Nebula Cloud, so. Let's see, boarding torpedoes are off. If that doesn't force a silent run, I don't know what will.
All servitors and tech marines, begin repair.
And we could continue boarding, killing his generator, killing his deck.
Show us
Because
the
he's already got repairs underway, so.
beginning tactical assessment.
And for crying out loud, didn't I seriously thought I had brace for impact on you? Why the hell is that not a brace for impact?
Space Marines ready.
I guess I got thrown up more than I thought
I am
from
listening.
doing that last match. Jeez.
Moving to position.
Damage potential is amazing though, without a doubt. And I still got fission. Now, let's do ourselves a nice strafing run here. Kill this cruiser.
Repositioning.
Or if he wants to get me multiples. Although sadly this is not the sanctity, the chaplain there, so not much I could do about that, but
Vessel ready.
let's try and mitigate a lot of this damage though.
Enemy in sight.
And at this point weaponry is key if I'm going in close, so
Suspending tactical cognitive.
let him warp it out. Let him warp that damn thing out, because I kind of need to mitigate a lot of his damage potential.
Show us the enemy.
That wasn't the chaplain, damn it.
Tactical
I was hitting the active the ability button, so
power to engine.
it didn't work out as I like. I'm getting really thrown off, but this is still promising so far. I don't know if that was an overlord or not. I did not pay attention to what kind of ship it was. But I know for a fact this is an overlord, so crippling that is pretty key. I don't think that torpedo is going to work, but I'm taking evasive maneuvers anyway.
Initiate targeting.
And why that board not go off, I was clearly trying for it.
Enemy in sight. Moving to position.
Get the repairs going.
Show us the enemy.
Try and get nice bombing runs if any of these have cool torpedoes off cooldown.
Suspending tactical concentrators. Halt advance.
So he's just gonna ram me all day, so I gotta be careful of that and make sure I keep hitting with these torpedoes. A second cruiser out of the fight is going to be a big deal, so... So brace for impact, dodge those. Kill this ship. And getting close is kind of part of my problem here. I'm staying too close to his heavy weaponry. So I'm getting worn out a little bit by that if I don't take out a second cruiser soon. Especially with me staying close range with one of these. Damn, I'm falling apart quite a bit. All the promise I was having here is not bearing fruit. So there goes one of my cruisers. Yeah, it's because I'm staying so close range to these damn things and not getting torpedoes I want. I do have boarding options here at least. And I used up all my cogitators, so this is a good opportunity for torpedoes. Can I get the hit I want? Probably not. Because he is actually shooting them down as they're flying, I'm pretty certain. Come on, kill the ship. Yeah, all my torpedoes got shot down without even without even trying. Okay, let's do this proper. I had something going when I was doing the slower routes, fighting at a distance. So let's try that a little bit more, shall we? Engines are also gone, so... So there's a fire on that. That thing should be dead. I just gotta mitigate this damage now. I kind of have to warp this thing out too, don't I now? Silent Rain Down? Why am I missing so many hotkeys? This is turning into a rout without even trying. But nonetheless, I can use this to my advantage. This could still be a victory. I got the warp out, so let's take advantage of a good thing here. Once I stop hitting myself, because he's got all the fires. His generators are down. He is going to repair soon, though, so let's actually push our advantage. Because, yeah, he still has a Widowmaker, doesn't he? He just has a hit, and so Silent Run was a bit of a waste. Which is okay here. He has no engines. I can abuse this. And we can now bore him as he runs away. If he just doesn't straight up die to these torpedoes. Oh, you seriously telling me I did not get that kill? Oh, he's insubordinate. That explains it. If only I saw the insubordinate earlier, I wouldn't have wasted all those boarding attempts. That was a massive, massive squander. But it shows I should have continued with the hit and run attempts I was doing earlier, actually. Is what I learned from that battle. Because I had a good thing going early on there with the torpedoes and harassing. I just didn't realize it until after I committed. Which really is the strength of the Vanguard, isn't it? As we're so learning. I'm still not happy with that match, but it still was... Oh, I was thinking that was the one in front. Another blunder to add to the list, isn't it? But nonetheless, it was still assault success. No ships were destroyed on my end there. One was heavily damaged, but I don't know how to make them. What? Blah. I'm losing my train of thought now. I was probably more shaken by that previous match that I'm cutting out of the video, more than I realize. And this is like sometime after that recording. I'm not gonna lie. I did just immediately jump in this match after doing the last one, so I'm a little bit shocked by that prospect. Well, at least I can put that behind me now with this victory regardless. Oh, I did lose a Vanguard, never mind. I was saying it was almost a flawless match, but then I forgot I had a 4th Vanguard. How silly of me. It was still a good success. I destroyed a cruiser. I could have killed a battle cruiser if I chose to board it and add insult to injury, but I preferred to win more, so... And, after all that, I got my renown finally to make this thing fully operational. At least until I get a favor and more upgrades on this thing. But I could finally put this episode behind me, I think. Here's hoping, because that was abysmal on my part.